Welcome to the Powers of Mind Hour. I'm Brother Malcolm. Powers of the mind, inner mind power. That's what my focus is always on, because that's where we discover freedom, in our minds. Freedom is in the mind, folks. It exists in the mind as consciousness, where this consciousness has limitless power. That means we can change ourselves to another person. We don't have to stay the way that you are. And as long as you understand the mind and that you have the power, that you are creating the pain in your own life with your beliefs. And your beliefs are coming from someone else. When we deal with all of the beliefs of the society, then we become products of the society. We become citizens of the society. We think and live like people in the society. So we see people according to race and color, gender, age, and religion, and so forth. And they form our opinions and interpretations about ourselves. So who are you aware of being, and what power do you have to change your current awareness of being? We call the power Enlightenism, consciousness. Enlightenism is a word. But Enlightenism doesn't really accurately define consciousness and the consciousness in you. It goes free of our definitions, except to say that it is a power in us that's greater than we are aware of being. And that if we search for the power within and discover this power, then we can receive insights from the power to change how we think and live. That's basically what it is. And so then we learn that you already have everything that you need to overcome the conditions in your life and your own problems. I never thought about it like this for a long period of time. I didn't think that I was creating the problems in my life. I really didn't. I thought somebody else was creating them, that there was something that caused me to make a decision that created pain in my life. Something caused me to enter into a toxic relationship that went sour, years later. I was like, wait a minute, how did I do this? It's the other person's fault. I'm blameless. See, if she hadn't done all of this stuff, then the relationship would have worked. Because I don't want to look at myself. We don't want to look at ourselves. So we want to find out who is responsible for the pain in our lives today. Who is responsible for the victimization in our lives today? So somebody said, well, go read about the history of it. And go read about it. So you can see what happened in the African slaves coming over. They weren't slaves until they came to the United States of America in the true sense of slavery. In 1619, as the story goes. But then, how do you trace yourself back to 1619 and you weren't there? Now, you can read about it, and you can say, this is the way democracy, this is the way the republic, this is the way the United States developed. They had all of these people back in the past, and these people are dead. But they shaped how we think and live based upon their actions and activities. And if someone decides to become a historian and tell us what happened when they were not present when it happened. So they try to interpret things from documents. And so we get a picture of what was happening in the 17th century, 17th, 18th, 19th century. But what you really don't know about yourself is that you weren't there. So what happened to you? How do you know, for example, there are a lot of people in the United States that are on television and public forums that can talk about how African American people are treated. So, well, now, how do you know this? How do you know how someone is treated in today's world, in the 21st century? How do you know that there is discrimination? How do you know it? Did you read it in a book? Somebody tell you about it? Or do you know it for yourself? And what is it that you know? What is it that we really know? So what we really know is is that we have a set of beliefs that we receive from someone else about who we are and who other people are. And then we believe those beliefs. And those beliefs are the ones that self-victimize us. So then we seek some type of connection to say, well, I cannot be the way that people are defining me to be. I know that I feel greater than the person that people are defining me to be. But who am I? Who am I? Who am I aware of being? And what do I think of myself? And what is my goal in life? What is the goal in life? Is the goal in life materialism? Spirituality? What is it? Some people wake up just to have a good time. And they pray every day that they're thankful they didn't die. Say, Lord, thank you for waking me up. Now I'm going to go get drunk. Now I'm going to go hang out. Now I'm going to watch some type of sports activity. Now I'm going to watch something else on television. Now I'm going to play with my cell phone. Now I'm going to play some type of video game. That becomes the goal in life, but we're not consciously aware that this is the way we're living. You don't really want to know how you're living because then you have to do something about it. The alcoholic doesn't want to see him or herself as an alcoholic. You want to see it in someone else. The person that believes that they are a minister or achieve some type of level of spirituality don't want to see themselves like the congregants, the people in the church. You don't want to believe that you are still suffering in your life. And then to place limitation that you are suffering because God wants you to suffer. I mean, think about that. Just think about it. You're suffering because a being that's beyond suffering created you to suffer. And the more you suffer, the more you're dependent on God or the power. So you become a sufferer in the world. Believe that this is the way you're supposed to live. Lack, limitation, and struggle. That this is the way you're supposed to live. Because other people live this way. Well, other people may have lived as slaves. And other people may have lived as slave owners. Other people may have lived little lives where they didn't understand what the world meant in the sense of language and so forth. That doesn't mean we have to be that way. So we do not have to become dependent upon the past to live in the present. We don't need the past to live in the present. What we need is a clear understanding about the power we have to change how we think and live, to explore new things, to create new things. A new way to think and live. Redefine yourself, not by devaluing yourself with somebody else's beliefs so that you believe that you are the way that people have taught you to believe. And as far back in history and time you go, you're always going to be powerless. But the power I am talking about, you're always powerful. That's the message. You are a powerful person with a powerful mind. But that mind has been contaminated by someone else's limitations. And the knowledge that you achieve from somebody else's information has caused you to believe that you are the way that other people have been before you. You're not. You're in this moment, and this power is alive in you in the present moment. It's alive in the present, not the past. Search within yourself in this moment for the life in you so that you can know that you're whole, perfect, and complete. And that's what Enlightenism is about. That's what this book is about. That's what the philosophy is about, Enlightenism. Get it anywhere where booksellers, people sell books. Go to Amazon today and get it in a day. It's a guide to opening the mind, to traveling in the mind, to working in the mind. That's what the powers of the mind is about. That's what Enlightenism is about. Don't think of yourself as a victim. Don't think of yourself as powerless. Know for a fact that you are a powerful person and you're greater than the way others have taught you to believe about yourself. I'm Brother Malcolm. Become a subscriber to this broadcast, this podcast, and support yourself.